part of the Prayer Shawl ministry. We started Prayer Shawl ministry at this church in the beginning of 2007 when I came on staff as the associate pastor. The whole Prayer Shawl ministry began about 4 years before that in Massachusetts. Some women that were in seminary needed a way to care for a particular person from the seminary who was going through cancer and that kind of thing, and they were trying to find a way to reach out to her. She could no longer be in the classes, but they didn't want to be distanced from her, and so they both happened to be knitters, and that was a way they found to reach out. And they got so excited about how meaningful it became very quickly there. There was a book written about it. It went across the country. And Prayer Shawl ministry started across the country pretty rapidly. The group that meets on once a month, the first Monday of the month, there's usually about 6 to 8 of us that come. Not everybody's making prayer shawl at the time, but all of those people that come do make prayer shawls. And we probably have about 12 or 15 in the congregation that make prayer shawls.
Well, as a lifelong knitter, when I learned about the church's prayer shawl program, that seemed like a way that I could contribute to this community in making prayer shawls. And I'm probably one of the only people that knits in church, unless my daughter's with me as well. And there's something about that process of gathering in the prayers of this community of faith into that fabric that I find very important and very powerful. It's been a wonderful thing to think about how they're out into the world. I choose the colors very carefully. Sometimes there'll be a very bright, sunny color. Right now I'm working on one that's gray. The gray just spoke to me. I thought there are times when someone might need something that's a little more somber wrapped around them. And so I put a lot of thought into the shawls I knit. Well, it's interesting with the recipients. I seldom know where my particular prayer shawls have gone. They're sort of, sent out into the world, and it's sort of a way to hold people, in this community.
You always know when yours is being given. You may never even know the person here in the church that well, but you know when yours is giving. And there's a blessing out of you that goes, even though you might not get to talk to the person, that there's a connection that you'll always have. A few months ago, we gave a very bright yellow one. I wrapped it around the 100-year-old retired minister on just near his 100th birthday, because the bright yellow has lifelong been this 100-year-old man's favorite color, and he was absolutely thrilled. And every time he's here, he says to me, "I still use my prayer shawl."
I guess it probably feels to me that there's probably always a need. There's always someone who's either celebrating something important or needing that something around their body in a way that shows that connection with this community. I'm proud to be a member of this particular community of faith. I feel like there is so much good that this community does, and the prayer shawl feels to me like a real tangible way to show that and to make those connections with people.
The whole congregation feels that the ministry is theirs. They may not be able to make a prayer shawl, but they feel they're part of the giving when someone gets wrapped in one. Yeah. It is something that God created, and that is very meaningful for people, whether you're the one who's making it, or you're the one that's receiving it, or you're the one that's giving it. Everybody feels that God is in the midst of that caring.